So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. And that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, I think we know what we're in for, whatever the circumstances that exist when these two meet. Losing really isn't an option, making this another intense, feisty clash, which should keep everyone on edge. The fans are more nervous than the players to me, confirming an atmosphere of angst. Try telling them there's nothing riding on this.
The whistle. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, what else can we say about this fella, Moises Caicedo? He'll be extremely busy just shifting the ball all over the place as a 6 or an 8. We've seen him do that an awful lot. But it's what he does without the ball, for me, that makes him priceless. I mean, rarely do you see someone who can disrupt opposition play as cleverly as he can, and he will be a key factor.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Martinelli. João Pedro. James. Pedro Neto. James. Pedro Neto. Fernandes. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Martinelli. Calafiori. Looking here to chip it through. Tries to get it clear. Odegaard. Palmer. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Great defending, strong and determined. Rice. Saka. Fofana. Palmer. Caicedo. Odegaard. Martinelli. Calafiori. Clipped into space. Out of play for a goal kick. Caicedo. Fofana. Fernandes. It's a good run down the left-hand side, and it's Cucurella. Short changes him with that pass. Fernandes. Nice control. Caicedo. Spread out to the left. Decent try. Saliba with the clearance. And it's Fernandes. Oh, what a great chance! Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer elects to cross. Rice. Odegaard. Saka. Keeper's got good distance on that. Odegaard. Rice. Calafiori. Rice. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Odegaard. There's the shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Colwell. James. Fernandes. Cucurella. And it's Palmer. Fernandes. Showing good feet. Across it goes. Rice. And it's gone back to the keeper. Rice shifted upfield. Martinelli. Odegaard. And he's there to clear it. And they've got a throw. Rice. Pedro Neto does really well to win the ball there. Colwell. James. Moved on forwards. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Pedro Neto. Cross to the back post. He's cut it out.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Rice. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
The referee has seen that as a dive.
Well, that's just very cynical. For him to think he could get away with it is ugly on his part.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Timber. That's good play. And it's Rice. João Pedro. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rice. Fiori chooses to go cross-field. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, and he's dodged a big one there. He has to be squeaky clean from here.
Caicedo. Nice physical challenge. Martinelli. Palmer. Fernandes. Colwell. Caicedo. James. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Cucurella. Clearly not happy with that. Cucurella. Up he goes! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Saliba, gently done. Cucurella. No goals as yet. James. Looks to the other side. Palmer. Cucurella. João Pedro. Palmer. Cucurella looking to hit the byline here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Saliba, aim forwards. Fernandes. Palmer. Cucurella. Fofana. And it's played forward. João Pedro. Muscular approach does pay off here. And it's Palmer. João Pedro proves too strong. Rice is the guilty party there. That's going to be a booking. Cucurella. Fernandes. Now it's Palmer. Palmer gets a cross in. Tries to get it clear. Pedro Neto spreads it out wide. He's in space and looking for options. Timber wins the duel this time. Saliba forwards and with intent. That's really well manoeuvred. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Fofana. Colwell shifted upfield. Pedro Neto. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rice. Saka. Odegaard. And it's Timber. That's very neat. Timber's cross. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Palmer. Referee's given a throw. Odegaard. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Great defending, strong and determined. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandes. Caicedo. Out to the left it goes. And that is as far as they're going to go. Martinelli. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Rice. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, with him already been on a yellow, he should know much better than that.
Calafiori. Incapuyi. Calafiori. And it's Timber. Goes for a shot! Kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Without complication. Saka. Caicedo wins the duel this time. And it's Palmer. Palmer, delicate ball, and it needs to be. Odegaard. Martinelli, aimed forwards. And reclaimed it in a trice. James. Caicedo played out to the left flank. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's João Pedro. Caicedo. The referee's awarded a free kick. Now it's Palmer. That's going to go a long way. It's gone for a throw-in. Fernandes. Now it's João Pedro. Martinelli. And here's Saka. Excellent challenge. Saka! Martinelli! Caicedo. There will be a throw-in. And it's Rice. Shot, surely! What a climb! He will be livid with himself.
And that was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Caicedo. Fernandes. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Timber. Martinelli. Plenty waiting in the middle. And it's played forward. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Martinelli, João Pedro, Fernandes, and it's Palmer. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. That's surely a foul, free kick. He has shown him a yellow card. Deftly away. Back into the middle. Palmer. James. Fofana. Fofana gently down. Fernandes. Palmer. Colwell. Palmer, now he's off and running. Moved on forwards. Rice. Calafiori. Saka. João Pedro. Played out to the right. Ah, such a clever touch. There are a few waiting for it, and that's been well dealt with. Cucurella, now here's the delivery. Martinelli looks to get on the end of this. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Martinelli. Chalobah with the clearance. James. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Martinelli. Saliba. Timber. Odegaard. Timber. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. James. It's a promising run he's making on the right. And here's Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Saka. Saliba. Odegaard. Saka. Odegaard. Rice. Fernandes. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Fofana. Cucurella. And it's Palmer. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Martinelli. Rice. Saka. Colwell gets it clear. Arsenal have got it back and they'll have another go. Incapuyi. Incapié goes on a charge down the left. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Palmer. Picks it up out wide. Palmer is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Martinelli. Saka succumbs to the pressure. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Chalaba. Palmer. And it's Palmer. Lovely feet. Cucurella. Palmer. Real chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Nothing will make him feel much better at the moment.
Martinelli is onto it in a flash. That pass has been well intercepted. Played back to the goalkeeper. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender though who was ever so determined. Oh, that's well done. Really robust. Colwell. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Searching pass he's played there. Palmer. So who's he picking out? Fernandes. Caicedo. That is good strength.
João Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Saka. Martinelli. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And we're underway again.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half. Arsenal, well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
James. Fernandes. Fofana. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Oh, he's found support out wide. Martinelli. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Calafiori played over towards the opposite flank. Palmer does really well to win the ball there. Fofana. Chalobah. Colwill. Caicedo. And again they run up against stubborn defending. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Fernandes. Fofana, and he goes cross-field. Oh, terrible pass. Now it's João Pedro. Tries a deft little ball. Pedro Neto. Aimed in towards the centre. Martinelli. Martinelli, forwards and with intent. Palmer. Caicedo. Cucurella. In it comes. Cucurella clouts it too hard. Calafiori. Timber. Fernandes wins the duel this time. Palmer. Caicedo. Palmer. Cucurella. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Colwill. Fernandes. Fofana. Fernandes. Cucurella. Fofana. Martinelli. Martinelli. João Pedro. James. Now it's Pedro Neto. And it's James. And it's lofted through here. And it's hoisted clear. Timber. Saka. Rice. Calafiori. That is lovely. Caicedo does really well to win the ball there. James. James hurtling down that right flank. Pedro Neto. Oh, played through for the wide man. Hincapié cuts it out. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Saka. Oh, crack. Can he finish? Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. That has found him in acres of space. Saka. Ah, he's given it away. Calafiori. Martinelli looking to add to his goal. Chasing the game, trailing by one. Rice. Ødegaard. Saka. That's a promising position. Now it's Saka. Saka. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down there.
Chalobah aim forwards. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Caicedo. Oh, good spread. Caicedo. Fernandes. Palmer. Big chance! Good strike, quite an alarm. Rice. Calafiori. Martinelli. Calafiori. And that's been won straight back. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Chalobah. And that's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. James shifted upfield. And the ball is out of play. Moved on forwards. Martinelli. Hincapié. Calafiori. João Pedro. Cucurella. Fernandes. Palmer. Almost an hour gone. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone. Odegaard. Saka. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Odegaard. James. Pedro Neto. Oh, that's neat. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Cucurella. Palmer. Over to the left. Palmer in acres of space out wide. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Fernandez. Caicedo. And it's Palmer. Hit into the middle. Takes a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Saliba, gently done. Odegaard. Palmer, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. James. Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. Proves too strong. Fernandez. Shapes to shoot! That was a matter of inches.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Calafiori played towards the other side. Rice. And it's Timber. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Chalobah played out towards the right wing. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rice. And it's played forward. Nice physical challenge. He's shifting through the gears here. A heavy challenge. Oh, it's come loose. Can he stop it going out? Played it again. It's a goal kick. Saliba looks to the other side. Calafiori. Muscular approach does pay off here. Pedro Neto. Caicedo, that's a delicate pass. Saliba chooses to go cross-field. Incapuyi. That's really well manoeuvred. Martinelli. Saka. Cucurella. Palmer. Caicedo. Chalobah shifted upfield. Cucurella. Palmer. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. Palmer. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Caicedo. And there's the shot! He's got away with one there. James. Fernandes. Caicedo. That's a nicely weighted pass. James. James making good progress on the right-hand side. Lovely bit of skill. Looking for a decent ball in. Oh, it's come loose. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Raya sends that a long way. James. Colwell. Aim forwards. Nicely intercepted. Caicedo. James. Chalobah. Chalobah, gently done. Timber gets across to intercept that. Ødegaard. Fofana. Fernandes, forwards and with intent. Oh, good spread. Now it's Pedro Neto, played into and the shot! Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
Oh, that was a cracking ball in because it just took the goalkeeper out of the equation.
Saliba. Ball's gone out of play. passes over the line. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's João Pedro. Pedro Neto. James, and he goes cross-field. Fernandes. Cucurella. Fernandes. James tries to dink it through.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually...
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Saka.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandes. Caicedo. João Pedro. Caresses it through. Palmer. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Chance for a shot! And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Oh, that's nice. Saka! Hits off target and by quite a way. James. Fernandes. James. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Gabriel wins the duel this time. Saka. Timber's cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. A chance to play it in. James with a fine tackle.
Arsenal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Cucurella. Now it's Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Neto! That's a real chance missed.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
gone forwards. Rice. And it's played forward. He's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Calafiori, good take in a good area.
Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Odegaard. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
He's in plenty of space here. Pedro Neto. Can he deliver? In with the challenge. James, played in.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end of it.
Saka. Rice, gently done. That has been cut short.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Calafiori. Saka.
There's only one word for this, it's baffling. That team needs to figure out where the...
Is having a shot! Split-second reaction.
João Pedro actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
James plays it short. He is just caressing the ball. Caicedo's cross.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Sanchez, long ball by the goalkeeper. He steps in, and that's the end of that. James. Colwell. Chalobah. Fernandes. Fofana forwards and with intent. João Pedro, spread out to the left. Cucurella. They need to get it in quick. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Incapuyi. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And here's Martinelli. Danger averted for now. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Pedro Neto. Fernandes. Cucurella. And it's Palmer. Fernandes. Caicedo. Colwell shifted upfield. Ødegaard. Gabriel. Incapuyi. Calafiori. They played cross-field, changing the point of attack. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Fernandes. João Pedro. Punched away, and he's there to get it away, and he's surging through. Good run through the middle, but he needs support. Palmer. This is it then, now or never, and it's Palmer. Climbs up big. It's anyone, could be danger here. Shoots! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! Raya, some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
His instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well look Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Rice, added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Well, how will we look back on that? Well, thanks to Jim, we both wish you a